Hi guys, it's me Mitch and I'm back with another video. This one's a little bit different than my usual videos because I am gonna kind of do a review slash unpacking video of my backpack. I bought this recently and this is the Nest backpack from TropicFeel. I'm sure some of you are familiar with this one. It's full right now because I came back yesterday from my trip to Hamburg and thought that this would be the perfect time to create this video. So before I get started, I do want to quickly list down the needs that I have when it comes to packing. So I've been trying to figure out what backpack is very compact and has the most space and isn't over 40 liters, because after 40 liters the backpacks just tend to be a little bit bigger than my upper body and that just can get very heavy. So for my solo travels, I did buy the Osprey Fairview 40, I think is what it's called. I do love that backpack and it was really perfect for my first solo travel. However, now since then I feel like I kind of know and understand what I want to pack and bring. First thing that I love about this backpack is that you can open it like a suitcase. So it's bigger than I thought, but also not as big as I wanted it to be. So with the backpack, I bought the 10-liter packing cube. I was about to also buy the 5-liter one, but I thought I'll just give it a minute and see how this feels like. And I'll let you guys know what is in here in a second. And with that, I also brought my Osprey toiletry bag, which I'll also let you guys know what's in there in a minute. I also brought my allergy cream and my toothbrush and this little adapter right here. So in this storage here, which is really nice, I like that they have these little pouches here. At first I wasn't really convinced about it, but it did come in handy after all. So in this pouch I have my allergy medication and just a couple of vitamins. In here I have my makeup blender. I felt like this was a little bit too big for my toiletry bag. This little space right here was perfect for any of my cables that I had with me. I also managed to find this little, I don't know what you call that. It was perfect because it just kept everything in order. And here you'll find my camera charger, my Bose headsets charger, my iPad charger, and my phone charger. And of course, this is the gigantic Apple adapter that I feel like everybody has. And naturally, I also needed this with me because I like to film my videos and I try to just upload them onto my iPad or laptop as soon as possible. Down here is an extra storage space. I don't know what I brought in there. Oh, actually, this is something that I bought in Hamburg, which is, I mean, I don't have to get into that, but it's just a little souvenir that I have and I thought this is the perfect space for it. And I also like to bring these little toilet, I don't know what you call them, like the toilet seat covers, just in case. So that all fit in there. So in the front, TropicFeel wants us to use it for the packing cube, but I didn't really want to use it that way, especially because my packing cube is a little bit thick right now since the weather is getting colder. So instead I just used this part for my headsets and my journal. That's what I use the space for in front. I also didn't really want to expand it too much. I know it's meant to be expanded, but I didn't want to use it that way. And on the side, I actually used the side for my perfume. I don't really feel like a water bottle fits in there. I don't really know why it's not more expandable, to be honest, but I couldn't really use it for a water bottle. And in the back, I didn't use this part because I actually brought a small purse with me and I just put all my valuables in there. And in here, my iPad was in here and a book of mine, which I'm currently, well, not currently, but I'm trying to finish this one. So yeah, and obviously I have my little clip, which I always have with me. And up here, I didn't store a lot because, as I mentioned, I know that this is meant for valuables, but I wanted to put everything that was valuable to me close to my body since I went by train. Just put this for like little hair clips and my little mirror, where is it? My little mirror and like my jewelry pouch. So yeah, that's it. If you guys are familiar with the TropicFeel Nest by now, you know that this part can expand out like this and you can use and open this area here to put whatever you want. I mean, I guess shoes or a water bottle, but I didn't want to use that space since I put my packing cube in here. And I guess to give you guys kind of an idea as to how much I actually had with me, I'll tell you guys right now what's in my packing cube. As you can tell, this thing is quite full. I don't actually think it's that full. I just think it's very thick since the weather is getting colder. And of course, you guys know that it's a compression packing cube, so you have to undo this part. Well, you don't have to, but yeah. And then you can open the packing cube itself. Keep in mind, I went to Hamburg to visit a friend of mine, and she and I are almost a similar height, so I kept that in mind while packing, which meant that I knew that if I needed something, I could borrow something from her. You know, right now this went, I feel like, perfectly for me, but at the same time, you know, that's not always going to be an option, so I really want to make sure that I keep this part in mind. I, in the beginning, thought that this little hook here wasn't really going to be helpful, but it did come in handy because I did hook it for a while. On this side, I have my underwear and my socks, and on this side, I put all the dirty stuff in, like just the dirty socks and underwear. And then as you can tell, this is the thickest part. I did ended up going shopping. So on the side here, I ended up packing t-shirts and shorts for sleeping. In terms of shirts, I ended up buying 2 long sleeve shirts, but one of them I kind of got rid of just because it's old and it's, you know, I thought it's time for a new one. And I bought these 2 new ones here. I also brought these really cute yoga pants that I actually ended up not being able to wear because it was raining and I didn't really want to get this wet and dirty. So this actually in this trip was kind of useless to bring for me, and I could have actually gone without it. So I also brought black pants, which actually I used most of the time. Just keep in mind, I also stayed home a lot with my friend because it's just, you know, our thing. We don't really do much together. We just talk a lot and we talk about everything and anything, and we like to stay home. So I ended up mostly just wearing these pants. On top of that, I wore this top along with another, I don't know what you call this top, this other top, but I'll just put a photo right here or here, wherever it is. And I kind of paired it with this, including my black pants, and I stayed warm in it. I had a black coat on, which I also will show you guys here. So that was perfect, especially for this weather because it's cold but not too cold yet. And I ended up also bringing, as I mentioned, this was the one that wasn't bought. This was already here. It was also just a black long sleeve. So in the end, I realized that I didn't use my yoga pants and this black long sleeve shirt here. Otherwise, everything else I would say I actually used. I had 1 pair of shoes which I wore on the way, and I mean all the time, and a pink scarf. So quick summary on the clothes. I feel like I could have gone with much less just because I was at a friend's place, as I mentioned, and also we didn't really do much other than stay home. For 5 days, this would actually been perfect if I would have been somewhere else, if I don't know, would have done like a city trip somewhere. And I guess what I need to work on is being more mindful about what I actually bring, because I want to really end up wearing them and not just having them in my packing cube. I would have to say, in terms of the packing cube, I actually did not use these little thingies here where you slip the clothes through, just because I'm still, first of all, figuring out how I like to fold my clothes, or the best way to fold my clothes. And I actually think that rolling it in here takes up a lot of space. The only place where I did use it was this thing right here. I think that this packing cube for the Nest is pretty perfect, and I only would actually use this packing cube for short-term travel, which is what the Nest is all about anyway. But to be honest, I'm actually someone that really prefers a dirty, clean packing cube. I mean, I'm not unhappy with it. I do really like it, and I think it's very stylish, and I do like the fact that you can either put it in here or in the spider net system thing. So in terms of toiletry, I'm also actually someone that doesn't bring all too much. I think between clothes and toiletry, I do care a little bit more about clothes. I honestly almost gave it away and got a new one, but it kind of keeps me in check in terms of mindfulness of what I bring. So this part right here is where I tend to actually put the stuff that gets wet. So my shampoo and conditioner and also my face wash. I like to put them in these little bottles right here, and obviously they need to be different colors so I know which one is which. Then I also bring my sunblock for my face everywhere I go, and also my moisturizer, which is for my face and my entire body. Since I have allergies, they're the same thing for me. I don't use any other moisturizer. I only use Cetaphil. It actually makes my life a lot easier because then I don't have to think about different things to bring. I also love to bring my CeraVe, which is for my eye bags. But I feel like, you know, I can put as much of this as I want, but without any proper sleep, it doesn't really help. I like to bring my deodorant. I feel like this deodorant is huge. I don't know why I bought this, but you know what? Like, I'm just gonna use it until it's finished. I also brought my shaver. I always bring this little shaver everywhere I go. It's tiny, it's so cute. I didn't bring any shaving cream because I assumed, again, my friend had some. And my eyelash curler. The nice thing about this is also that there are tiny pouches right here. I didn't use them this time because I didn't really have anything small to put in there. The other thing that I used was this pouch, where actually initially my toothbrush went in until I bought a case for it. And it doesn't, I mean, it could fit in there, but I just didn't put it in there anymore. What ended up going in here, my dental floss, very important, and my nail file, and my eyelash serum. So this upper part is where my makeup goes. I am not someone that's like good at doing makeup or spends a lot of time doing my makeup. Actually, I do really want to learn. I've been trying to figure out, you know, how to make up. I don't really know if I want to get into all of these, but I just have my most important makeup stuff in here. Yeah, so that's what I packed in here. here, it all fit in here, and that was perfect. Aside from that, I also packed my DJI microphone, which is about like this size, which fit perfectly in the main compartment as well. I can show you a photo of it if you guys want right here. So aside from my backpack, I also brought my little purse, which fit my phone, my wallet, my lip balm, my power bank. Oh, and my hand sanitizer. Pretty much all I put in there. I don't really put a lot in there. All in all, I think that I'm actually quite happy with this backpack. Couple of things that I guess I just had differently in my mind, which is the fact that it's smaller than I thought. I thought it was a bit bigger, but that's also my fault. I mean, I looked up the dimensions and everything, but for some reason in my head, it just felt a bit bigger than I thought. But on the other hand, I'm kind of glad that it's not, because again, it challenges me to, you know, be really, really mindful with what I pack and actually know what I need and want to bring. And again, like I noticed, I already thought that I packed so little, but I ended up bringing 2 or 3 things that I actually didn't end up using. So one thing I didn't use during this trip was the kangaroo pouch. I think that this is a great idea, especially if you have like extra shoes, or you know, I don't know, you can also put a water bottle in here. You can put anything you want in here basically. The only reason why I guess I didn't use this during the trip is because I have this weird thing, if the bottom isn't fully flat or, you know, even, and I have to set it down, I don't know, I get kind of annoyed with it. So I didn't really want to use it this time around, but this is just me. This has nothing to do with the bag itself. I know a lot of people that really love this part and think that this is amazing. I think one critique point that I do have with this backpack is definitely the zippers. While I think that the zippers are great, I think they're really sturdy and it definitely can handle a lot of pressure, and you know, I can really compress everything in there. I think that this part right here is a little bit annoying. I tend to get caught in that part. I don't really know how to explain it, but especially when it's quite full, it just gets kind of stuck a bit. Of course, this only bothers me when I am in a rush. Otherwise, it's fine. It's a tiny detail. Otherwise, I actually really enjoy this bag. You know, there are many things that you can do with it. I was almost about to bring my camera stand, but I just knew that it was going to be one of those things that will just be lying around anyway, because I didn't film as much as I wanted to. So I would have definitely put it either here on this side or here. On the way back, I had a little bit more with me, and I ended up buying these shoes from Buffalo. They're not brand new, as you can tell. Instead of trying to fit it in here, because I know these are huge shoes, I ended up just putting it in a grocery bag along with 2 of my goodies. If I wouldn't have gone shopping, which actually I also didn't expect, then it would have been fine. All in all, I'd say I think I'm very happy with this backpack, at least for not more than 5-day travel. In the beginning, before my backpack even arrived, I thought that this would have been, you know, perfect for longer travel too, but I think that would probably only work for the summers, since obviously in the summer my clothes aren't as thick, but for the winter this is, I guess, perfect for just a 5-day travel max, at least for me. In terms of my needs, I think this backpack isn't perfect just yet, but it's very stylish and it's cute, and it satisfied my needs for this week. I am gonna go on a trip again soon, so I'll let you guys know how that feels like. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I really like this backpack, but I wasn't in love with it either. So yeah, if you guys have any other questions, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, thank you for watching this, and please hit that like and subscribe button. I would really appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye!